glad I jumped to the gun. I'm so excited to learn how to do this.
You are very excited because I know that you've been talking to me about this for a long time. Makeup.
Yes.
Cleaning our brushes, because she kind of laughed at me a little bit when I explained to her how I clean my brushes. But we're going to teach you the right way to do it this morning.
Right, and we both may find out that we're both doing it wrong, which is probably the thing.
Well, we want to make sure that we're clean and we're taking care of our skin. So Worada Beau, is like beauty, yes, is the makeup ma'am, mobile makeup artist. She's going to help us this morning. Before we chat about actually getting in and cleaning our brushes, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you have a lot of experience in makeup, and where has it taken you over the years?
Yeah, so I've been a professional makeup artist in the beauty industry for about 17 years now. I am certified by Makeup Designery and MAC Cosmetics. And right now I'm currently a mobile makeup artist, so that means I travel to clients for the most convenient makeup services.
So you got that wedding coming up, you've got an event coming up, you are the lady prom to make us all look our best, make us look fabulous.
And of course, coming to us is huge, to where you can kind of help us with our own time, and then also we just then have a little more time to kind of look our best for those big occasions.
So I know you've done some training and even things like costume and makeup and, you know, for TV and movies and things like that. So you really know your stuff. And what do you love so much about makeup and helping people look and feel beautiful?
What I really love is just making people feel great about themselves. That's like the best feeling, when someone looks in the mirror and they're just like, I love it. So it makes me feel great. It really does.
And what are some of the big makeup trends right now? Because I know I don't always stay up on
I've been wearing my makeup the same for about 15 years, for sure.
That's okay too. Well, bold eyeliner is always in trend. It does switch from time to time, but lips are always in trend. Sometimes it switches from matte, sometimes it's gloss. Right now they're really big into stains, and long-wearing lipstick, of course, is really big right
yes. Now. I'm looking at a beautiful picture of a girl I know here. Do you know who that is? Diane, you know who that is?
I know Gina.
She's one of our photographers here, and you did her her bridal makeup, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes, she's, look at how gorgeous. She's beautiful anyway, but you really just bumped her up a notch for a special day. Love to see that. So you're going to teach us how to clean our brushes, though. Diane laughed when I said, I wash them here in the sink with soap and water.
And I was like, what? I use baby shampoo. And I go that route. So we need the professional guidance, because we're probably not up to par on this.
So what I see is you don't want to use anything harsh, but whatever you have, it's better than anything. Better than doing nothing. Is what I would say.
Some people go months and months without washing.
And you don't want to do that. There's actually two ways to clean your brushes. There's spot cleaning, which is using fast-drying, no-rinse cleansers, such as these two. And there's deep cleaning, which is what you're going to want to do at least once a week, 7 to 10 days, no more than 2 weeks, I would say.
I did mine yesterday. I had the thought in my head, I'm like, I should wash these just in case we have to show how they look.
So let's talk about that deep clean, though. And, you know, every weekend, how do we make this a part of our routine?
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to need water and your favorite brush cleanser. As you can see here,
you have some options.
Yeah, there's options. There's solid cleansers. Also, no excuses, household items.
Really? We can just use Dawn?
Yeah. And then there's the Zoe laundry soap. These are very popular in the makeup community because they're really good at cleaning brushes. So just so you have the option.
Those are cloths? Like wipes?
Another bars of soap.
Oh, it's a bar of soap. Laundry soap.
Oh, wow. So just easy stuff that we have around the house.
But something that's not harsh.
Nothing too harsh, so not like floor cleaner or anything. So.
So we know that Dawn, for instance, they use it on the animals, right? So that might be something that you have, but then you can obviously go to the store and pick up something that's a little more specific for cleaning your brushes.
Cleaning brushes, yes.
So what are we going to do here?
Okay, so what we want to do is, actually, I brought some gloves. It's up to you if you want to use them or not. You can use your bare hands, because there's a couple ways to clean your brushes.
I sometimes go like this in the palm of my hand.
And I really like the gloves because they have a little bit of a texture. And then you're going to take a cleanser. So actually, if you want to use this is a nice, it's optional. It's a makeup brush cleaning mat.
So that makes it really easy, huh?
It does. It helps, and it fits in the palm of your hand. So if you want to try this one,
so that's they have inexpensive products too. So you don't have to worry about spending all this money on these types of products.
And you can find them at a bunch of locations.
All right, I'm going to pump
Oh, look at that.
For you.
Phone.
For you.
Okay.
And then for me over here.
Okay.
This is the bigger one that I really like to use at home. Yeah, go ahead and grab
just
two
put
brushes.
some like water in a bowl here. Okay.
Or, you know, of course, I like to do it in the sink. So,
all right. So do we get
dip
wet or
first?
soak first?
you're gonna go ahead and dip a little bit in water, and what you want to remember is not to fully immerse the brush into water. You don't want to soak the brush.
Okay.
What can happen is there's glue in this ferrule, and it can start to loosen.
So then your brushes will fall apart.
Yes. So you want to remember that when you're you're doing exactly actually. You
Okay,
wanna,
so that's how I do it. Now this is a little bit different.
yes, this brush.
It's cleaning it off really well. Huh?
It's a dense brush, so what you're going to want to do is you'll get gently back and forth. You can be a little bit more rough because your brush is nice and fluffy.
Okay.
So you just want to remember that when you're cleaning brushes, for example, this eyelining brush, you know, I want to go back and forth with that. Just nothing too rough.
Nothing too rough on those.
Yeah.
Okay. But on this
Circular
one, I'm like,
motions, back and forth, just like that. And you can even get a little bit more water in there.
looks pretty clean.
Yeah. And then I would repeat until you start to see, you know,
It
the
runs
product
clear,
off.
or yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to, and then do I dip as well since I'm using the mat?
You can dip a little bit more. Yeah, you can dip a little bit if you need more water.
Okay.
Look at you.
like that.
Yeah, I'm looking, you know, you
It's
can easily
cleaning
tell
up.
that I have the makeup on here, so I must be doing something right.
And then you said this little pad that you have in here, you got a 5 Below?
I did, yes, 5 Below.
Nice. I had no idea they even had anything like that.
So once we have them clean, though, let's talk about the process of finishing, you know, rinsing and drying.
Yeah, because they take a minute to dry, and I feel like that's why I
yes.
never want to clean them, because I'm like, I need to use them. So you might want to do this on a weekend, or you know, when you know you're not going to necessarily need your brushes, or have a second backup set.
Overnight. It usually takes about 12 to 24 hours to dry, depending on the size of the brush. But yeah, you want to, after you dry them, you want to lay them flat to dry.
Okay.
Whatever you do, you don't want to go like this.
Okay,
'Cause like I
'cause
said,
it's
that
glue
water,
issue.
the water will.
So you have this, you know, fancy, you know, rubber there to kind of
that's
just let them dry in there.
I want one of those.
This I use to put them in here after I clean, and then I rinse, and then if you want to be really fancy, this is a brush drying tower that actually hangs the brush upside down, just like this.
So that it just dries quicker.
Yeah.
And even rinsing something like this, because I know I still have a little bit of soap. So should I, you know, rub that on, you know, something else, or how do I get, you know, all that soap out of there?
You would keep rinsing until you don't see any more suds.
Okay.
And then you want to gently squeeze down as you rinse. So here is the rinse bowl.
That's the rinse bowl.
And then what you want to do is just gently squeeze the water down, just like that.
Okay.
And then just be careful not to squeeze too hard, because you can push that water back up. Okay.
Ooh, all right.
So I've been doing some things right.
Yeah, me
I've been
too.
doing everything right.
I can use soap and water. I'm all right.
Okay, so yep, I stand corrected on the soap.
I can use the soap.
I'll give you that one. How can we connect with you on social media to either have you come help us out on cleaning, or even, you know, making
Doing our
us,
faces.
you know, the
so
best?
you can visit my website. It's makeupma'am.com, or you can visit my Instagram, which is also Makeup Ma'am. Facebook, Makeup Ma'am.
Easy peasy.
Easy to remember and catch you.
Very good. Well, we loved having you teaching us all of these great, you know, you just want to make sure that we don't get bacteria on our faces.
Yes.
That's a bad thing.
That's the most important thing, is you want to keep the brushes clear of bacteria.
Okay, very good. 7 to 10 days, no longer than 2. You heard it
And
here.
no excuses,
Yes.
household items.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You bet.